Welcome back, guys. It is your coach of the Detroit Blue Flares, Kaz the Weeb, and we are here with our draft analysis for the DDL League, hosted by a good friend of mine, Mr. Funch. And yeah, so I'm just going to get right into it, to be honest. This is our second season. Last season, I went out in the, I believe, first round against Deepav, coach of the Motostoke Magmortars, who ended up getting second and lost in the finals. So not too bad of a person to lose to. But now I want redemption. I want to do even better than last season. And yeah, I mainly just want to make playoffs again, but I would love to go further and further. So with that being said, we decided to draft some heat to help us on our way. We got the middle pick. We are right in the middle. Unfortunate, out of 12 coaches, I was number 6. But we got very fortunate with some stuff that came down towards our direction. So with our first pick in the DDL draft, we ended up with Iron Boulder, the new Terrakion Paradox. I think this mon is fantastic. Rocking a nice 90 HP, 120 attack, 80 defense, 68 special attack, 108 speed def, and 124 speed. That 124 speed is very important. I believe that's 1 point higher than Meowscarada. So he gave me a real fast mon to start out with really good defenses, to be honest. Like 90 HP with 80 defense is not even that bad. Same thing with Spadef being at 108. Obviously, the rock typing and psychic typing are not too great defensively. So he does have a good amount of weaknesses, unfortunately. He does have 5 resistances, which is very helpful as well. But he has some weaknesses that we need to take care of. But this mon is very good. Got the nice quick drive, so, you know, electric terrain, booster energy, fun stuff like that. Doesn't even need it, to be honest. Give him a different item, and he's still fantastic. You know, has great moves as well. He has the Sacred Sword. He has Zen Headbutt or Psycho Cut. Obviously, we would wish for a better, like, high power psychic move, but I still think it's pretty good. We have the his signature, the Mighty Cleave, which is a great 95, 100% accurate rock move. We love to see it. Goes right through Protect, so you cannot Protect on this guy. Of course, rocking the Facade as well. Get some, you know, some nice stuff in there. Yeah, X Scissor, Throat Chop for Dark. Which isn't even that bad. I was kind of like disappointed he didn't get like knockoff or something. But Throat Chop is base 80. That's not terrible for a dark move for him. No Sucker Punch, but you know, probably shouldn't have Sucker Punch. You know, X Scissor, got Wild Charge, Brick Break, Close Combat. So we still have the Close Combat there for him, plus the strong, you know, ground move. We have Solar Blade in case we want to run some solar power Solar Blade sets. Earthquake, which is great as well, of course. Poison Jab for that poison coverage. Iron Head. So he has pretty decent coverage, I would say. Swords Dance, Agility, of course, Substitute. Taunt has a lot of good stuff here. So I am looking forward to using my dude here. You know, the Boulder, or I'm gonna be calling him Hercules because he's Hercules. He's built different, but you know, we love the Boulder here. So yeah, that was my first pick. All right, next in our draft, second round, we decided to get a classic mon from Gen 5 and a really powerful spinner, I would say. We ended up in second round going for Excadrill, a strong ground steel typing, tons of resistances and immunities, 4 weaknesses, but I mean, there's only 4 typings he's neutral to, 4 that he's weak to, and the rest he's resistant to, which is crazy. Great typing. You know, I would say 3 good abilities: Sand Rush, Sand Force. Of course, you use Sand Force less than the other ones. And Mold Breaker. You know what? Keep those Levitate mons at home. Keep them sturdy mons at home, because we will go right through. We break the mold here. Such a beastly mon. Got the Rapid Spin, of course. Very strong Earthquakes and Iron Heads coming off this guy, because he has 110 HP, 135 attack, which is huge. 60 defense, 50 attack, 65 speed def, and 88 speed. So a really good Sand Rush mon. And the speed isn't even that bad. 1 point higher than Great Tusk, I believe. Great Tusk is 87. And the spin is gonna make you go real fast. And spin doesn't even feel that bad on this mon half the time. So yeah, he has a lot of good stuff going for him. Obviously, we should all know that by now. Excadrill is the GOAT. And we should know for the most part what he's carrying. But we got X Scissor, you know, some good moves that I can see here just from looking at the list. X Scissor, Throat Chop. We got Brick Break for the screens and a fighting coverage move. Shadow Claw for more coverage, excuse me. Storming Tantrum. Obviously, probably wouldn't use that as much, but we have the Earthquake and Drill Run. In case there's terrain, like grassy terrain, we can go Drill Run instead. Or High Horsepower, which is 95 power, only 5 less than Earthquake, so that's still very good. Let's see. We got everything has Facade, but Swords Dance, Substitute, fantastic. The Poison Jab coverage as well. Rock Slide and Rock Blast, depending on how you want to run it. Iron Head, of course, and nothing here for the relearn moves. But yeah, just solid offensive mon with great defensive typings as well. So he is going to be a threat. All right, number 3. This is round 3 for us. We decided, you know, I before this season, I have drafted no future Paradox mons. In this draft, I've drafted 2, and our second one is Iron Moth. Came to us in the, what is this, 3rd round, which is crazy. This mon is fantastic. Fire Poison typing is actually a very, very good typing, to be honest, defensively. Resists what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and is only weak to 4? And the rest is neutral. Obviously very weak to ground, but that's okay. I wish we could have got Earthworm in this league too, but didn't really want another steel type, and I think he got drafted before I even got to him, to be honest. But you know, let me just throw some Johns out there. I'm running 7 leagues right now in our server, PUDL, Pokemon Ultra Draft League, and I was very distracted during this draft time. I didn't even make any moves in grace period, which I kind of wish I did. But I still am very happy with our draft. But you know, we didn't get Earthworm, spoiler. But yeah, overall this mon is very solid. It has 80 HP, 70 attack, which doesn't matter, 60 defense, 140 special attack, freaking insane, 110 Spadef and 110 speed as well. You know what they say? They say you want the 110 is the new 100. So now we have 2 mons over that 110 threshold or at the 110 threshold. Plus Extra Drill is really fast in the sand. You know, total BST is 570. Fantastic mon. You can just spam fiery dances. You know, get those boosts because we're not lucky, but some people are lucky. You know, it has really good coverage too. For the Watermons, Watermons, we have Discharge and we have Energy Ball, which is great. We have Bug Buzz for nice bug coverage for those pesky dark types that we hate to see. Dazzling Gleam, so we got some fairy coverage in here as well for them dragons. Flash Cannon for the fairy coverage, but we also have Sludge Wave for that. But Flash Cannon can also work on other stuff too, of course. Hurricane, if we want to risk that for whatever reason. Meteor Beam, a new move that I got, you know. Maybe we see some interesting plays with Meteor Beam. It's very fun to see. Morning Sun for the recovery if we want that. Does this thing get Wisp? It does not get Wisp. So no Wisping, which is fine. You don't really wisp with this thing anyways. It has U-Turn for momentum as well. I think it's my first mon with momentum though, so I guess I didn't really need to worry about that too much. But yeah, this is that mon. Iron Moth is a beast, and I'm hoping it can put in a lot of work for me. I'm very excited to use it, so yeah. Alright, so if you guys have seen my first draft analysis, which hopefully you guys did, and if you didn't, go check it out. It'll be on my YouTube channel, of course. You've already seen this mon in one of my other leagues, I believe, or maybe not. Maybe that's the 3rd draft analysis. You know, maybe just forget everything you just heard if that's the case. You'll see him in the next one. But we have Ogerpon Wellspring, the grass water type with the water absorb ability, which helps because my first 3 mons are all weak to water. Funny to find that out. Because like I said, I was kind of drafting off the cuff, man. I was going in with my draft. I was just like, give me all the power. We got Boulder, Drill, Iron Moth, and now we got Ogerpon Wellspring. Like, that's crazy. The base stats on this one: 80 HP, 120 attack, 84 defense, 60 attack, 96 depth, and 110 speed. That is our 3rd mon at the 110 threshold. This team is pretty damn fast so far. Not for long. That's about all the speed we're gonna get in this draft, but very fast. We have, you know, 3 that are at that 110, and then Drill that can become over that 110 in the sand. But yeah, Water Absorb Mon, fantastic for me. But at this point, you guys should know what this Mon does. This Mon is great in Draft League, I believe. It's also pretty good in doubles. But yeah, we got the Ivy Cudgel, we got the Water Bonk. I love that. Trailblaze for setup. Horn Leech for that recovery and strong Grass Stab. Grassy Glide, but oh yeah, there's some synergy that we're gonna see here soon. But we got the Grassy Glide. Let's just hold on to that one. We got the Wood Hammer, Power Whip, Superpower, all good stuff. We have Knockoff, also fantastic. The Taunt, U-Turn for more momentum, Brick Break, Low Kick. This thing has decent coverage, man. Very decent coverage. We got Stomping Tantrum. We can lay out the spikes as well. Spiky Shield for that protect that can punish physical attackers that make contact. Zen Headbutt for more coverage potentially on the psychic types. Very, very solid there. But yeah, and Leech Seed and Synthesis. So this mon has a lot of great stuff. It's a very good mon. So I'm looking forward to use it. I did not get to use it last season when it first came out. I didn't get to use any of the Ogre Pawns. So this will be my first experience with it. So hopefully I can do it some justice. So this is what, round 5? And I decided, man, I have 4 threats on my team and no bulk. So let's get us some bulk. And I was afraid. I know people saw my Escadrille. I know people have the boulder, Iron Boulder does well in the sand too. So I wanted to get my sand mon, but I didn't want to get Tyranitar because he is bulky. I would say he is bulky, but having a quad weakness is not something I wanted because it shares that weakness with Drill. So I decided to get the next best thing. I got Hippowdon, the big old Moto, you know? We got the big old, I can't even say the name. Hippopotamus, there we go. Excuse me. I went to Sandstream and Sandforce, so maybe we don't even want to run the sand and just, you know, to not punish our other ones, and we just bring out the Sandforce instead for whatever reason. But this is my physical wall. It is a very good one too, with 108 HP, 112 attack, 118 defense, and nothing else matters. But yeah, this mon is fantastic. It can lay out rocks for me. It can yawn. It has reliable recovery with the slack off. It has Earthquake. I believe it has Stomping Tantrum. There's some also interesting tech because he has Scorching Sands. Maybe you need some burns. You need some burn mons. My team doesn't have Wisp yet or anything like that. So Scorching Sands isn't something that you will not see me run. Like, I will definitely potentially run Scorching Sands when I need to, because sometimes fishing for that 30% burn is crucial. Maybe that's a throw, but you know what? We ball, you know what I mean? But other than that, he has phasing with Roar. Of course, he has the Sand Tomb for trapping, Crunch for that dark coverage, Iron Head. You know, this man has a lot. This mon has a lot. Amnesia, Heavy Slam, he's a big boy, so you know that's gonna hurt. Stone Edge, we got some rock coverage in here. Just a lot of good stuff. He can set up the sun if I want to try and sun boost my Fiery Wrath on my Iron Moth. So there's that as well. You know, we're like, hey, we're tired of the sand. Let's set up the sun and get to work with the Moth. But you might not catch me running that one. That one might be too crazy. But yeah, Body Press 2, big boy, 118 defense. You know, you don't be surprised with some of the sets I'm gonna bring. He has some Elemental Fang moves as well. Very, very good mon. I really like Powdon. Fantastic mon. Next, this is, I believe, round 6. We have Enamorous Therian. The other one, we have Incarnate on my Master Ball Puddle team, and now we have the Therian version on my DDL team. And the reason for that, Defensive Fairy is great, first of all. And second of all, ground immunity is great for my team because my 3 main threats in Moth, Drill, and Boulder are weak to ground. And I don't have Orthworm here. I don't even know if I'd want to bring Orthworm because I'd be weak to fire. But, you know, that's okay. I mean, I guess only Drill's weak to fire too. So, and I could tear it if I did have it. But I don't. So we have the Therian Enamorous here with Overcoat, which works well with my sand team because I'm not bothered by the sand at all with Overcoat. Very good stats here. 74 HP, 115 attack, 110 defense, 135 attack, 100 def, and 46 speed. This mon can be a Assault Vest abuser. Slap the Assault Vest, give it modest, max HP, max special attack, just like the way you do with Goodra. And it can go to town. But there's also the double dance sets with this thing too, with the Calm Mind Iron defenses. You can just straight up click Calm Mind. You don't even need the Iron defense if I'm going Spadef because this thing can be a wall on either side. The weaknesses that I have can be covered with my other mons. Weak to electric, I got drill. Weak to rock, I got drill. Weak to ice, I got moth, you know? Stuff like that. I got a lot of good. This thing works well with my core up at the top, so very, very solid mon, and looking forward to using this mon. But let's go over his moves here. We have nice and powerful Moonblast, Healing Wish, which you will definitely catch me seeing at some point. We have the fire coverage with Mystical Fire, which is very good. We have some psychic coverage. We have agility. Maybe you see me run that Calm Mind agility instead. That could be fun. Offensively, on the attack side, I have Iron Head, Zen Headbutt, Sludge Bombs, Brass Knot, Earth Power. This thing has coverage for days. And it also has superpower, so yeah, coverage on both sides can be mixed. Offensive can be bulky, whatever you want it to be, it can do. You know, a speed sweeper can't do that because it's slow. But other than that, yeah. So yeah, let's on to the next mon. All right, with the trends of getting fat mons, because I drafted 4 threats right off the bat, I got a low Momola. I'm gonna have fun trying to say that name, try and say that 5 times fast, you know? Rocking the only useful ability it has, in my opinion, Regenerator, which is all it needs, with that humongous 165 HP, 75 attack, 80 defense, 45 speed def. Let's not even worry about the speed attack. It's there, but yeah, 65 speed. So this is a nice low flip turner for me, which I love to see because this thing also gets wish. So wish passing can be pretty easy with this mon, considering all the threat that it can eat up on the physical side. Let me go to its moves. Oh, we got wish, we got flip turn, play rough, scald, we have shadow ball, we have coverage on both sides. Obviously more want to use physical more than the other one, but people love using scald, and I'll use scald too because burning stuff is fantastic. Basically, it's just another fat defensive mon for me that can help me pivot around into my threats and get some wish passes off while he's doing it. I love this mon. I haven't really got to play it. I guess I wouldn't say I love this mon, but it's a new mon for me. I've never used it before, and I've never battled it either. I never think I had the chance to battle a Lulamola. So yeah, I'm gonna use it instead. I've seen it get used, and it's freaking hard to kill, so I'm looking forward to it. Next on the board, we decided to get more fat mons, unsurprisingly, but this one, it can also pack a nice little punch. And it's our first Terra Captain. We have Gudra, the normal one, not Hisuian, pure dragon type. We got Sap Sipper for that grass immunity. Hidden ability, Gooey, is also really good to lower speed, slow down those threats. I love to see that. Terras for us are Dragon, Water, and Fairy. I think those are pretty solid Terras for my team. Having bulky water type and a bulky fairy type built into one is great, because this mod definitely wants to not be just pure dragon sometimes with all these fairies running around and whatnot. In ice types, we have Kirim now. So yeah, I love being a bulky water type with this thing. It is rocking 90 HP, 100 attack, 70 defense, 110 speed attack, 150 speed def, and 80 speed. So not even that slow. Like, it can even be defensively bulky, to be honest. With 90 HP, it can definitely do it. But that 150 speed def, what we're talking about, same thing we talked about in Namorous. We can be assault vest abusers with the modest max HP, max attack, or we can just go full but def if we really want to, because it's still decent attack stat with a lot of coverage. This mon is the literal avatar with all the moves that it can learn in different types. It has its, you know, common dragon moves. We got Dragon Pulse and Draco Meteor. We have Dragon Tail for phasing. We can go physical with Outrage or Dragon Claw, which is definitely a viable thing because we're only 10 points lower. It has Thunder Punch and Thunderbolt. Thunder as well. Body Press, which we wouldn't really use that one, but Focus Blast for some nice coverage. Flamethrower, Fire Punch, Bulldoze, Stomping Tantrum, Earthquake. This thing gets Earthquake, but Entei does not, by the way. Ice Beam, so we got some nice coverage on that side too. We have the Terra Blast because now we're a fairy type as well, so now we have fairy coverage, which we'd love to see if we go fairy. We're rocking with the Scald. We have Scald as well. It's a fantastic mon. It's good Sludge Bomb with poison coverage as well. There's a lot of good stuff. This mon is great. I did use it in season 2 of Puddle, and had good success with it for the 1 week I actually brought it. Got 3 kills with it. It was great. It ate up a Dragon Pulse from a Walking Wake and everything. So I know this mon has it in them to be good, and I'm gonna give it Terra so it can definitely be better. All right, on to the next mon. Next on the board, we are getting very late into the rounds. I think I have 3 picks, including this one, so 2 more after. I wanted some more good. I wanted a grounded poison, I wanted the Spadefmon, and I wanted something to resist fairy. So I went with Muck, Cantonian Muck, the normal boy with the poison touch. Also gets sticky hold and stench. Can't really use stench because he's so slow, but sticky hold is not even that bad, and poison touch is great, obviously, with that 105 HP, 105 attack, 75 defense, 100 Spadef, 50 speed, which is, you know, it's 50 speed. More fat boys coming in. Oh, we love to see it. Pure poison type. He's another Spadef wall that I can use. It's definitely good for fairies. You see a lot more special fairies and physical fairies anyways. Sadly, did not Terra this boy, but that's okay. He has a lot of stuff that I want to have on my team. It gets knockoff, it can curse, it also has drain punch for coverage, it's fire punch, it gets acid armor for once to set up, it gets its defense higher, gunk shot for higher damaging poison moves, ice punch, so it has elemental punches for the most part, pain split now, so it has a nice way to recover, toxic, which we love to see, toxic spikes, I believe. So yeah, this mon gets a lot of good stuff that I need on my team, and I'm excited to use normal muck. I love Alola muck and normal muck. I know Alola muck is good. Obviously, he's better than normal muck, but the thing that makes me sad about him is that he doesn't resist fairy anymore, and that's what I like about normal muck. But there is an argument to be made with that. He may not resist it, but he's at least neutral, and he's immune to psychic. That's what makes Alola muck so much better. But you know, muck was 4 points. Alola muck was not 4 points, so this is what we got, and he's welcome on the team. I love this guy, so I'm looking forward to using him. All right, so second to last pick, I wanted to cook with some more mons that I didn't really get to use. I wanted more special attack on the squad as well, and I thought this mon would be pretty cool on the team, so we got our Abalava, which is our next Terra Captain and last Terra Captain. We decided to go with the normal, poison, and ground. I might change normal to grass eventually, but I kind of like the normal, not gonna lie. I kind of wish the ground was water though. Might fix that later and make it water because I have a lot of ground weaknesses. I might even do that now. Won't matter for my week 1 battle because my week 1 is technically already started and we're gonna be battling on Sunday, but I might make that change. I did like it though for like stab earth powers and shit like that, but yeah, obviously has the seed sower, which is great for my team. It reduces earthquake damage. It forces them to run either high horsepower that has a chance to miss, it's 95, but still, and it's a little bit weaker, or they use earthquake and it's, you know, way weaker on my team. So this was a nice little way. Obviously doesn't help my drill also has to run high horsepower, but I think that's a fine trade-off considering my attack stat is so high, and I would rather it take less damage as well. Also helps with the moth and gives my team a lot of recovery. Helps my fat mons like Powdon, Alola, Gudra, Muck. All of them benefit from Seed Sower. Obviously my opponents do too, but I feel like I will benefit from it even more so because I say so. Not by any evidence at all, but because I say so. This mon can be a special attacker or can be a nice little Spadef wall. I will definitely be using it as both, and I definitely will be trying to spam harvest with it from time to time because harvest is a fun thing to use. I'm gonna be honest. I love me some harvest Trevenant, so I will also be trying to harvest Arbalava. It has a lot of fun stuff it can do. Obviously, it has Hyper Voice, which hits hard and through sub. Earth Power, Giga Drain. It gets Strength Sap, which I love. I love Strength Sap. After using Sinistra last season, or not even using it, I did a lot of prep with Shiro. If you guys are in my league, you guys know who Shiro is. But she used Sinistra, and we prepped a lot with it, and I started to fall in love with that mon. So I will be trying to use Strength Sap with this mon as well. We have the nice Dazzling Gleam coverage. Also Alluring Voice, which actually is just better than Dazzling Gleam. There's no downside to just clicking Alluring Voice instead of Dazzling Gleam unless it's doubles, which this isn't doubles. We have Energy Bolt as well, Grass Knot. We can manually set up terrain if we really want to. Growth, in case we want to do any sun shenanigans. Leech Seed, because I love me some Leech Seed. Memento is interesting. Lower by 2 stages, die and be able to get momentum back while they have to, you know, they have to swap after that. Miracle is really interesting because I can return special attacks back for double damage. That could be fun to see. We have Pollen Puff for bug coverage, or well, it was bug, and you know, hit dark type stuff like that, but we decline for that. So yeah, good for psychic mods, I'd say. You know, Synthesis for more recovery. Weather Ball, you know, Weather Ball. I actually don't even need Earth Power. I have Weather Ball. That's a 100%. That's a 100 base power in the sun. I mean, not sun. What? Sand. And, I mean, Earth Power does have a chance to lower Spadef, so that's probably still better. It also gets stuff like Encore. It has a lot of good stuff there. This mon is very underrated. It was very, very cheap. I watched my boy Dr. Stein cook with Dolive, the mid-evolution. In that, after seeing that, I'm sold. I'm going to be using this mon. I'm going to be excited to use it. Alright, for our final mon, we had almost no points left. So why not just get something fun that could potentially be useful in one way or another? We got Hatterene. We got Lil Hatterene, aka Lil Ronnie. So this mon, you know, not bad defenses, I would say, with Eviolite. Is that Copium? Maybe, but the Spadef gets over 100, by the way. And the defense gets very close to over 100, if not 100. I think it's like 97, or rounding down or something like that. I don't know for sure. So not bad defensively. Obviously, the HP does not help it. But, you know, with low HP stat and Draining Kiss, that does help me heal more. It also gets Nuzzle and Healing Wish as well, so I can heal pass with, you know, killing myself. We have Nuzzle for some speed control. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know if this Mon will be seeing the field much, but I will try to at least get one. Like, I will try to get my Mons in as much as possible and try and get everyone to come at least once. So we shall see. But yeah, guys, that is the end of my DDL draft. I'm looking forward to the team. Obviously, there are some weaknesses to it. I'll be honest, I didn't draft with my full head in the game at some points. But that's okay. I don't mind. I still think we cooked really well. There's some weaknesses, but I think we still cooked. I'm very excited to do this team. I'm very excited for this season of DDL. And I hope you guys are too. So with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.